Hello YouTube. This week I've got the keys to a 2018 Toyota Tundra. Let's take a look. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're watching this, and if you like the video, do like it. I've got a lot of videos and a lot coming up. This is the 2018 Tundra. This is an SR5 TRD off-road Crew Max, I believe it's called, with the 4 doors. 5.7 liter engine in this one, V8. It's got a 6-speed automatic transmission. That's one thing that I find a little bit odd. All the other trucks are kind of going with 8 and 10 and 9 and tons of speeds now to get better fuel economy. And the Toyota hasn't changed that yet. This is kind of a mid-cycle refresh. I actually should kind of focus on that, I guess. They call this a mid-cycle refresh. It's got a different grille than the 2017 and new headlights. It's got LED headlights and LED fog lights, so that's what's really new. The LED headlights are awesome, like super bright. The off-road is the only one that comes in this color, at least in Canada. They call this cement gray. The cement gray is not available in any other trim level that I could find anyways. So it's got the off-road bit suspension in that, and it's got 4 lock and 4 low and 4 high, of course, and it's about 50,000 Canadian, which is quite pricey when you see what's available inside. Like, it's not leather, it's not doesn't have automatic climate control, which gets me. But it does have navigation, and it has a backup camera. It doesn't have blind spot detection. It does have radar cruise though, so that's kind of a nice feature if you like that. It's got an integrated brake controller, and you've got your 2 plugs here for your different trailer types, and you've got your big hitch down here. I actually tried to tow my trailer with it, but it was too low. I would have had to adjust my hitch, so unfortunately I wasn't able to tow. I towed it from my backyard, but that was about it. It's got a soft opening, and light. It's a pretty light door to open and close that. This is all standard, right? So this is your bed liner here. It's plastic. You've got tie downs in here, and there's tie downs in those cutouts out there, and you've got the tie downs at the top, which are pretty useful. There is a light for the bed as well that you can turn on inside. Let's go take a look on the inside here. So quite big doors, big entry. It's a big truck. You've got your flip-up seats, and you flip those down, and they're pretty nice. They're pretty comfortable, actually, these seats. So you can flip this up like I had it. You don't get a flat floor, so there is a hump here. I don't know what's underneath there, but there is a hump there. I guess the gas tank's under there, right? So it is a big gas tank. I've done like 600 kilometers, and I still have more than a quarter tank left. So it is a big gas tank. Tons of leg room in the back of this. You've got an armrest here that does flip down. Some cup holders. Let's hop in just so you can kind of see the leg room. Now it is high. There is a handle though. Get yourself in. And if I sit way back, you see it's like ridiculous. It's like limousine leg room here, or even more. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous how much leg room there is back here. So there's a ton of room for stuff. Like, I put a milk crate right here, and that fit no problem. So it is quite big. There's not much back here. It's pretty plasticky and Spartan, which is the only thing. I really like this truck. It's a nice truck, and I really love driving it, but I just can't get over how little features you're getting for the amount of money you're spending on this truck. But I guess you're getting a solid quality truck out of it. You got a moonroof here, so if you like moonroofs, I'm not a huge fan, so I just leave it closed most of the time. And as it's kind of business with big switches and that in the front, so we'll go up front and look at that. You've got this big armrest here, and that opens up, and I can kind of get a view. You can see it's massive. You can put like a laptop or lots of junk in there. So let's go up front and take a look. So on the back we had those handles, the grab handles, but on the driver's side there's no grab handle. There is on the passenger side. On the driver's side, I've been having a hard time getting in. I'm not that tall, and look at this. It says at my knee. So that's quite, it's quite the step up to get up here. So I kind of grab onto the steering wheel. I guess that's the point. And the other thing to note is the amount of cup holders you get. So there's 2 cup holders in the door here. And then there's 2 in the door there. There's 2 in each door in the back. There's 2 in the front here. And there's a third, and another one up here. I don't know why you need so many, but I guess if you're using it as a work truck, a lot of people, they're drinking coffee and they put it there and they kind of get another one and they get another one. And then maybe at the end of the day, they toss them all out. So you got lots of places for that. Back to features it doesn't have. It's got auto down for the driver, but not auto down anywhere else and no auto up. So that's annoying. Again, I mentioned no climate control. So you've got air conditioning. I'm just gonna kind of turn this on. And you've got air conditioning, obviously, and heat, but you don't have automatic climate control. And so there's not much here. There is heated seats, which are way down here. There's a left and a right button, so you can't really see them. Like, I can't see them. Even the camera can't get it. I can't see the left. I can see the R. And then there's a 12 volt down here, which is also hard to see, an auxiliary port and a USB, and another 12 volt over here. So there's a 12 volt, but no USB inside of here, which is kind of unfortunate because this, it's so big you could put your iPad or something and leave it charging in here with the USB, but I guess you can get a USB adapter and do that. You got your integrated brake controller over here with your gain and tow haul mode. When I plugged my trailer in, it did recognize it, and then I got a little picture up in the dash here that showed tow, like a little picture of a trailer, so it knew that it was plugged in and it was working. 2-wheel drive switch here, and you got your 4 high and 4 low. If you push that in, you get your 4 low. I'm not going to switch that. When you switch it, you wait a second and it switches. And I switched it to 4 high on the highway and then switched it back, and it's pretty quick to switch. Apps, the Toyota system's okay. I'm not, I actually love Toyota vehicles, but they're just, they seem to lag a little bit on the electronics and features, and I guess you get a kind of a trade-off between having a reliable car because they have tried and tested their features versus, a company just kind of rolling new things out without testing them, and then you get little issues. But so there's no Android Auto or Apple CarPlay in here, which is kind of disappointing. I don't care anymore really about this system. I want to plug in my Android phone and just use that because the Google Maps is always up to date, and I can have my own music or whatever. I pretty much listen to the radio personally, but just having those Google Maps instead of, so it does have navigation, but then let's say in 5 or 7 years from now, if you're still driving this truck, this navigation might be obsolete, and I find the searching on the navigation is just not as good as Google. Everything is just so fast now with those technologies that it's kind of silly. But it does have text message alerts on here, which is nice. Reads your text messages to you. I really like that. You can see your fuel economy here. So I am averaging, does it show past record? So average 14.4 liters per 100 kilometers, which I think that's pretty good. For a big truck driving around town and that, I've done 546 kilometers. That's pretty good average. I've been pretty impressed with it. I'm impressed by how long the gas lasts. So I guess it's a big tank on this thing because I still have quite a bit of fuel left. Automatic headlights on this thing. We've got cruise control, which is on the little Toyota stock down here. You've got your Bluetooth on the steering wheel. You've got your distance control for your radar cruise, and you got lane departure warning as well. So this is part of the safety sense package. You've got down here, you can see here, you've got your auto brights, and you've got your light on for the rear tailgate. And then you've also got this rear window, so I can turn around here and show you that. So that whole window goes down. I really like that feature. I think it's cool. I'm not sure if I use it that much, honestly, but if you've got something in the box that's, 8 or 10 feet, I guess you can use that and kind of stick it in the cab a little bit. In the dash here, you've got a bunch of stuff in here. Which button is it? This button here. You have to hit OK. You have to hit back to get in here. Here we go. So it shows you're averaging 14.1 liters per 100 kilometers. And you can go through here. There's your radio and some more information about cruise and that. And there's a bunch of vehicle settings in here. So, trailer type. I don't know what you can set there, but you can set, there's a whole bunch of settings. And you can go through those as you need them. And then over on the right-hand side, you've got your speedometer, and the left-hand side, your tach. And then, some information like your water and oil temps. Actually, it's oil pressure, sorry, not oil temp. We've got oil pressure there, and then the fuel gauge. So why don't we take it for a drive and just kind of talk about that as we go. So it's, it's not the fastest truck in the world, but it's pretty quick. If you put your foot in it, it makes a lot of noise. A good noise, the good V8 noise. I'll put my foot in it here. And it moves. It moves. That was, 80 to 110 in I don't know. I could check the video time, I guess, but it felt like a second or second and a half. It rides really well. Now, if you go over kind of rough train tracks and that, you do get, I hit a couple bumps, and you do get quite a bit of shimmy, kind of a rattly shake that goes for quite a while. It kind of, shook the body and just kept shaking me, and I kept rattling. So that I found a little bit weird. It has the truck feel, though. It does have the off-road suspension, this one. So if you want a softer ride, you're not going to get the off-road suspension. This is a little bit stiffer, and it absorbs. It kind of transfers those harsh bumps a little bit more to the chassis, to kind of protect you or protect the truck, I guess. But besides that, it's quiet on the highway. Super nice ride. Took it for a trip. It was like an hour or so. I picked something up, and it was quiet, and just set the cruise and kind of cruised along. Seats are comfortable. I don't know why they don't use a very similar seat in the Tacoma, because the seats in the Tacoma are horrible, but the seats in this are pretty good. It's got lumbar support for the driver, power seats, so they're pretty comfortable to adjust. Tilt and telescopic steering wheel, so it's easy to get yourself a good driving position. Well, there you have it, the 2018 Toyota Tundra. Do subscribe to my channel, please, and thanks for watching. Again, this is about a $50,000 Tundra off-road package. Great to drive. One thing I didn't mention on my overview, so if you're still watching, these mirrors, bigger than say the Ram and that, not the tow mirrors. Obviously the tow mirrors are really big, but these nice big mirrors that are the standard kind of mirrors makes it really easy to drive, and they're almost usable for towing for a big trailer, so they're pretty nice. Really do love the truck. Just wish it had a little bit more features. Again, thanks for watching.